Thank you. Okay, so welcome everybody, and you've probably noticed that I've been doing a little pattern of meditation and mantra chanting, and then meditation and puja, and then meditation and mantra chanting, then meditation and puja. So today we've got meditation and a puja, and in fact we have that tomorrow as well. Paramananda's going to be leading a meditation and we're doing another puja. And we're going to be doing a sevenfold puja, which is slightly extended from the version that you may know, the Triratna version, because it's, certainly the Transference of Merits is a lot longer, and there's a few that are exactly the same and a few that have got a little bit more in or slightly different. So it should have that sense of familiarity, but also maybe just breaking habits because some of it's slightly different. So we'll be doing that in the second half. And in the first half, I felt like doing a little bit of a sound meditation where I'll just be playing with some sounds on gongs and singing bells. And then a period of just sitting. And in a way, that's what we've been talking about the whole retreat, isn't it? About just sitting, just being with, turning towards our experience, grounding ourselves, turning towards our experience, trying to be open, receptive, allowing it all in, even the bits we find difficult and challenging. Change it or censor it, and all of those things being very closely connected, but part of our way of cultivating both, I suppose, samatha and vipassana in our practice, and the two being very closely linked, really, that we've got that basis of being grounded in the body, connected to the earth, connected to the world. So one of the things Paramananda's been saying all week is, but that we meditate in a specific place, and we are meditating in the world, and our seat and the posture. We're literally taking our place in the world, but there's also a more metaphoric level to it, and a connection with the earth and the sky, and taking the posture, the earth-touching posture he was saying yesterday when we were sitting in our meditation, being grounded. But very much it's just about seeing if we can sit with whatever's arising with awareness and kindness. I think that's what it boils down to, really. And that's not easy to do always, is it? So we'll just do the best we can. That was what Padmasambhava said, just do what you can at the time. And I do find that really helpful, because sometimes we can have expectations of ourselves that are unrealistic, and we can kind of drive ourselves and push ourselves, or feel guilty and blame ourselves that we haven't done more or achieved more. And there's that paradox in meditation that yes, we do need to make an effort, and yes, we do train ourselves in a way, we do train our minds and work on a certain level, and there's another level where we need to just let go of all of that. And just create that space where stuff can arise, and awareness and insight can arise, and that sense of connection and care and tenderness towards ourselves and others and the world. So I think actually I might read the two poems first, and then we'll have a sort of like mindfulness of sounds, and then that can go straight into a period of just sitting. So I'll read a poem, and then we'll just pause and take it in for a couple of minutes, and then I'll read the other poem. The first poem is by Michael Lernig and it's called When the Heart. When the heart is cut or cracked or broken, do not clutch it. Let the wound lie open. Let the wind from the good old sea blow in to bathe the wound with salt and let it sting. Let a stray dog lick it. Let a bird lean in the hole and sing a simple song like a tiny bell, and let it ring. When I Am Among the Trees by Mary Oliver. When I am among the trees, especially the willows and the honey locust, equally the beech, the oaks and the pines, they give off such hints of gladness, I would almost say that they save me, and daily. I am so distant from the hope of myself, in which I have goodness and discernment, and never hurry through the world, but walk slowly and bow often. Around me the trees stir in their leaves and call out, "Stay a while." The light flows out from their branches, and they call again. "It's simple," they say. "And you too have come into the world to do this, to go easy, to be filled with light, and to shine." Okay, so now just have a period of mindfulness of sound. So we're all in different specific places right now. Probably inside, I imagine, in a different room. But everywhere will have its own set of sounds and soundscapes. Some sounds might be continuous, some coming and going, some here, then gone. So there'll be all the sounds around you, but also in this shared virtual space there'll be sounds of singing bowl and gong. And just see if you can allow the sounds to arise in your awareness. In the seen, only the seen. In the heard, only the heard. We've been trying to do that, haven't we? In the cognized, only the cognized, not adding things on, making stories, not taking things away or distorting. So can you just let the sounds be a sense experience coming in through your hearing, into your mind. And again, that way where any way that we interact with the world, especially through our sense experience, we have that experience of the external world and our internal world, and the two becoming one at a certain point. Or we can do. Anyway, just see what happens really. But I'm just, I suppose, encouraging you not to make any effort or try to do anything or think anything, but just experience the sounds in your body and see what happens. Allow whatever happens to happen. You okay? Okay, so if you just get into your meditation posture, because I'll play about with the bowl and then it'll fade away and we'll just carry on sitting quietly. So we'll have a short leg stretch or pause, and then come back for Sevenfold Puja. Okay. So we're going to end with the sevenfold puja, but as I said, it's a slightly extended version, still drawn from the Bodhicharyavatara, and some of the translation is very similar. You'll probably notice the changes most in, say, the offerings, a little bit extra in the salutation, and a lot extra in the transference of merits. We'll do it in call and response, and there will be a mantra after the, it's rather than called the worship section, we call it offering section. We will do the refuges and precepts in call and response, but when we get to the Heart Sutra, well, you have the option of either just listening or joining in, but staying muted because otherwise it will sound pretty weird with all the different sound speeds of people's devices. We won't be doing closing mantras, but we will have a final mantra at the end. And yeah, just see. I mean, all these things we're doing, all the rituals, they're trying to speak to that other part of ourselves that's not just our thinking, cognitive, rational, ego awareness. Obviously, we're using words and concepts, so there is some thinking involved, but there's another level where the words, the sounds, the imagery can just activate our psyches or whatever else. It may have an effect on, for me, very much a puja and lots of devotional practice is something that I'm doing with my body, my heart, my mind, and can feel it physically sometimes. So just see. So if you want to get yourselves comfortable, keep being told the internet is unstable, so if it freezes up, I'm sorry, but we will come back as soon as we can. Sevenfold puja in call and response. Offerings. I make offerings to the Buddhas.
I make offerings to the Buddhas.
I make offerings to the Dharma.
I make offerings to the Dharma.
And to the sons and daughters of the Buddha.
And to the sons and daughters of the Buddha.
Who are oceans of excellence.
Who are oceans of excellence.
Conjuring them up in my mind.
Conjuring them up in my mind.
I offer all the flowers in the world.
I offer them all the flowers in the world.
I offer all the fruits.
I offer all the fruits.
I offer all the fragrant plants.
I offer all the fragrant plants.
I offer the clear, refreshing waters.
I offer the clear, refreshing waters.
I offer the crystal mountains.
I offer the crystal mountains.
The tranquil forests.
The tranquil forests.
And the wild places.
And the wild places.
I offer vines bright with flowers.
I offer vines bright with flowers.
I offer trees heavy with fruit.
I offer trees heavy fruit.
I offer lakes adorned with lotuses.
I offer lakes adorned with lotuses.
And the haunting cry of the wild geese.
And the haunting cry of wild geese.
Conjuring these things in my mind.
Conjuring these things in my mind.
I offer them to the Buddhas.
I offer them to the Buddhas.
And to their sons and daughters.
And to the sons and daughters.
Who are oceans of excellence.
Who are oceans of excellence.
Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Salutation. As many atoms as there are
as many atoms as there are
in the 1,000 million worlds.
In the 1,000 million worlds.
With so many bodies I bow down.
With so many bodies I bow down.
To all the Buddhas of the 3 eras.
To all the Buddhas of the 3 eras.
To the true Dharma.
To the true Dharma.
And to the noble Sangha.
And to the noble Sangha.
I pay homage to all the shrines.
I pay homage to all the shrines.
And places in which the Bodhisattvas have been.
And places in which the Bodhisattvas have been.
I make profound obeisance to the teachers.
And make profound obeisance to the teachers.
And those to whom respectful salutation is due.
And those to whom respectful salutation is due.
Bless me with your compassion.
Bless me with your compassion.
Guide me on the path.
Guide me on the path.
Grant me accomplishment.
Grant me accomplishment.
Dispel our obstacles with your power.
Dispel all obstacles with your power.
With great fervour
With great fervour
and fierce faith,
and fierce faith,
I bow down to you.
I bow down to you.
Going for refuge. This very day,
This very day,
I go for my refuge
I go for my refuge
to all the Buddhas
to all the Buddhas
throughout time and space.
throughout time and space.
Wholeheartedly also, I go for my refuge
Wholeheartedly also I go for my refuge
to the Dharma they teach,
to the Dharma they teach,
which is our shelter and protection
which is a shelter and protection
against the rounds of rebirth.
against the rounds of rebirth.
Likewise to the host of Bodhisattvas,
Likewise to the host of Bodhisattvas,
I go for my refuge.
I go for my refuge.
Refuge and precepts in call and response. Namo tassa
Namo tassa
Bhagavato arahato
Bhagavato arahato
Samma sambuddhassa.
Samma sambuddhassa.
Namo tassa
Namo tassa
Bhagavato arahato
Bhagavato arahato
Samma sambuddhassa.
Samma sambuddhassa.
Namo tassa
Namo tassa
Bhagavato arahato
Bhagavato arahato
Samma sambuddhassa.
Samma sambuddhassa.
Buddhang saranang gacchami.
Buddhang saranang gacchami.
Dhammang saranang gacchami.
Dhammang saranang gacchami.
Sanghang saranang gacchami.
Sanghang saranang gacchami.
Dujyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
Dujyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
Dujyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Dujyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Dujyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Dujyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Tatyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
Tatyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
Tatyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Tatyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Tatyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Tatyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Panatipata.
Panatipata. Mani
Sikkhapadang
Sikkhapadang
Samadhiyami
Samadhiyami
Adinadana
Adinadana
Verimini
Verimani
Sikkhapadang
Sikkhapadang
Samadhiyami
Samadhiyami
Kamesu
Kamesu
Michachara
Michachara
Verimini
Verimani
Sikkhapadang
Sikkhapadang
Samadhiyami
Samadhiyami
Musavada
Musavada
Verimini
Verimani
Sikkhapadang
Sikkhapadang
Samadhiyami
Samadhiyami
Surameriya
Suramadya
Maja
Maja
Pamadatana
Pamadatana
Verimini
Verimani
Sikkhapadang
Sikkhapadang
Samadhiyami
Samadhiyami
Sadhu
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 I undertake to abstain from taking life.
I undertake to abstain to take life.
I undertake to abstain from taking the not given.
I undertake to abstain to taking the not given.
I undertake to abstain from sexual misconduct.
I undertake to abstain from sexual misconduct.
I undertake to abstain from false speech.
I undertake to abstain from false speech.
I undertake to abstain from taking intoxicants.
I undertake to abstain from taking intoxicants.
With deeds of loving kindness,
With deeds of loving kindness,
I purify my body.
I purify my body.
With open-handed generosity,
With open-handed generosity,
I purify my body.
I purify my body.
With stillness,
With stillness,
simplicity,
simplicity,
and contentment,
and contentment,
I purify my body.
I purify my body.
With truthful communication,
With truthful communication,
I purify my speech.
I purify my speech.
With mindfulness clear and radiant,
With mindfulness clear and radiant,
I purify my mind.
I purify my mind.
Confession. Standing with folded hands
Standing with folded hands
before the Buddhas in the 10 directions,
before the Buddhas of the 10 directions,
before the Bodhisattvas of great compassion,
before the Bodhisattvas of great compassion,
I acknowledge the harm I have caused
I acknowledge the harm that I have caused
in this life and past ages,
in this life and past ages,
the harm to myself
the harm to myself
and the harm to others.
and the harm to others.
Standing with folded hands
Standing with folded hands
before the guides of the world,
before the guides of the world,
I make this aspiration.
and make this aspiration.
Such acts in the future
Such acts in the future
I will not do.
I will not do.
rejoicing in merit. Having now a pure and joyful heart,
having now a pure and joyful heart,
I rejoice with delight
I rejoice with delight
in the good done by all beings,
in the good done by all beings,
through which they obtain rest
through which they obtain rest
with the end of suffering.
with the end of suffering.
May those who have suffered be happy.
May those who have suffered be happy.
I rejoice in the release of all beings
I rejoice in the release of all beings
from the sufferings of the rounds of existence.
from the sufferings of the rounds of existence.
I rejoice in the nature of the Buddha and the Bodhisattvas,
I rejoice in the nature of the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas,
who are protectors.
who are protectors.
I rejoice in the arising of Bodhicitta
I rejoice in the arising of Bodhicitta
and in the teachings of the Dharma,
and in the teachings of the Dharma,
those oceans that bring happiness to all beings
those oceans that bring happiness to all beings,
and are the abode of welfare of all beings.
and are the abode of welfare of all beings.
Entreaty and supplication. With hands folded in reverence,
With hands folded in reverence,
I entreat the Buddhas in all the quarters.
I entreat the Buddhas in all the quarters.
May they make shine the lamp of the Dharma
May they may shine the lamp of the Dharma
for those wandering in the suffering of delusion.
for those wandering in the suffering of delusion.
With hands folded in reverence,
With hands folded in reverence,
I implore the conquerors desiring to enter nirvana.
I implore the conquerors desiring to enter nirvana.
May they remain here for endless ages,
May they remain here for endless ages,
so that life in this world does not grow dark.
so that life in this world does not grow dark.
The Heart Sutra. The Bodhisattva of compassion, when he meditated deeply, saw the emptiness of all five skandhas and sundered the bonds that caused him suffering. Here then, form is no other than emptiness, emptiness no other than form. Form is only emptiness, emptiness only form. Feeling, thought and choice, consciousness itself, are the same as this. All things are by nature void. They are not born or destroyed, nor do they wax or wane, nor are they stained or pure. So, in emptiness, no form, no feeling, thought or choice, nor is there consciousness, no eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, no colour, sound, smell, taste, touch, or what the mind takes hold of, nor even act of sensing. No ignorance or end of it, nor all that comes of ignorance, no withering, no death, no end of them. Nor is there pain or cause of pain, or cease in pain, or noble path to lead from pain. Not even wisdom to attain. Attainment too is emptiness. So know that the Bodhisattva, holding to nothing whatever, but dwelling in prajna wisdom, is freed of delusive hindrance, rid of the fear bred by it, and reaches clearest nirvana. All Buddhas of past and present, Buddhas of future time, using this prajna wisdom, come to full and perfect vision. Hear then the great Dharani, the radiant peerless mantra, the prajna paramita, whose words allay all pain. Hear and believe its truth. Gate gate paragate, parasangate bodhiswaha. Gate gate paragate, parasangate bodhiswaha. Gate gate paragate, parasangate bodhiswaha. Transference of merit and self-surrender. With no sense of loss,
With no sense of loss,
I give myself to the Buddhas.
I give myself to the Buddhas.
I give my merits
I give my merits
for the benefit of all.
for the benefit of all.
May I be the doctor.
May I be the doctor.
May I be the nurse
May I be the nurse
for all beings
for all beings
until the world is cured.
until the world is cured.
May I be a light
May I be a light
for those who are lost.
for those who are lost.
May I be a harbour
May I be a harbour
for those that need shelter.
for those who need shelter,
Like the earth and the water,
like the earth and the water,
like the fire and the air.
like the fire and the air.
May I be a servant
May I be a servant
to beings on earth
to beings on earth
until the world is whole.
until the world is whole.
Just as the Buddhas
Just as the Buddhas
set their minds on enlightenment,
set their minds of enlightenment,
just as they trained
just as they train
on the Buddha's path,
on the Buddha's path,
so now I too,
so now I too,
for the welfare of the world,
for the welfare of the world,
set my mind on enlightenment.
set my mind with enlightenment.
So know I too
So now I too
will train on the Buddha's path.
will train on the Buddha's path.
Today my life has borne fruit
Today my life has borne fruit
in the family of the Buddha.
in the family of the Buddha.
Today I have become
Today I have become
one of the Buddha's clan.
one of the Buddha's clan.
Just like a blind person
Just like the blind person
who finds by
who
chance
finds by chance
a jewel in a dung heap,
a jewel in a dung.
so by some chance
So by some chance,
this precious attitude
this precious attitude
has arisen in me,
has arisen in me,
This is the elixir of life
This is the elixir of life
that puts an end to death.
that puts an end to death.
This is the priceless treasure
This is the priceless treasure
that ends all poverty on earth.
that ends all poverty on earth.
This is the supreme medicine
This is the supreme medicine
that cures the world's disease.
that cures the world's disease.
This is the bridge to freedom
This is the bridge to freedom
that leads from unhappy states
that leads from unhappy states
for the whole procession of humanity,
for the whole procession of humanity,
travelling the roads of existence
traveling the roads of existence
in search of happiness.
in search of happiness.
This will give them joy.
This will give them joy.
Today, in the presence of the Buddhas,
Today, in the presence of the Buddhas,
I invite the world to be my guest
I invite the world to be my guest
at a great feast of delight.
at a great feast of delight.
May all beings rejoice.
May all beings rejoice.
Om Ahong Vajguru Padma Siddhi Hong. 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 Om Ahong Vajraguru 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 Padma Siddhi Hong.
Om Ahong
Padma Siddhi Hong.
Padma
Padma
Siddhi.
Siddhi Hong.
Om Ahong
Padma Siddhi Hong.
Padma
Padma
Siddhi.
Siddhi Hong.
Om Ahong
Padma Siddhi Hong.
Padma
Padma Siddhi
Siddhi.
Hong.
Om Ahong
Padma Siddhi Hong.
Padma Siddhi.
Padma Siddhi Hong.
Om Ahong
Hong Vajraguru Padma Siddhi Hong. Om Ahong 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 Vajraguru Padma Siddhi Hong. Om Ahum Vajraguru Padma Siddhi Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Hum.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Om Marapajanadi.
Om Marapajanadi.
Om Marapajanadi.
Om Marapajanadi.
Om Marapajanadi.
Om Marapajanadi.
Om Vajrapani Hum.
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 Om Tare tu Tare tu Re Swaha.
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 Om Amideva Hri.
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 Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakyamuni Swaha.
Om Muni Muni Shakyamuni Swaha.
Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakyamuni Swaha.
Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakyamuni Swaha.
Om Mahung Vajraguru Padma Siddhi Hong.
Om Mahom Vajraguru Padma Siddhi Hong.
Om Mahung Vajraguru Padma Siddhi Hong.
Om Mahom Vajraguru Padma Siddhi Hong.
Om Mahung Vajraguru Padma Siddhi Hong.
Om Mahom Vajraguru Padma Siddhi Hong.
Gate Gate Paragate Parasangate Bodhiswaha.
Gate Gate Pargate Parasangate Bodhiswaha.
Gate Gate Paragate Parasangate Bodhiswaha.
Gate Gate Pargate Parasangate Bodhiswaha.
Gate Gate Paragate Parasangate Bodhiswaha.
Gate Gate Pargate Parasangate Bodhiswaha.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Shanti. Shanti. Okay, so we'll end there. Thank you very much for coming, practicing together, and hope to see you tomorrow for our final day.